So, a lot of people think that I have the roommate from hell. She has the cops here quite a bit, sometimes once a month, and she goes to the ER all the time, including now. That's where she is. She just walks out all grumpy, like, okay, I'm not gonna. I'm like, I wouldn't ask where she's going anyway because I don't want to know. And my mental health worker is like, yeah, she's an adult, but in the past, before I knew really what was going on and where she was taking off to, she would leave for like 2 days at a time, and I didn't know where she was. And because she had acted like, mental health issues and been, like I thought that's where she was, and so I didn't report it because, you know, um, that would be like, I didn't. Anyway, I don't want to get into it, but it's really hard when someone that you live with, someone like we have each a cat here, we share the same space, and I get really codependent, and I go to Codependence Anonymous. I've done all the 12 steps, but I still have a lot of anxiety. So my therapist, who's helped me with all the 12 steps in Codependence Anonymous, is now doing EMDR with me, which is supposed to be like for the eyes, eye movement, rapid desensitization, but we're doing just tapping and stuff like that, and it's going to be, it is, because we're already doing it, it's virtual, and so it's, I don't know, basically to me, it's like we're going back into the first thing that I know about my past, not the first memory, and that's like just being born with hydrocephalus. And because the reason for that is because like I find in movies and stuff all the babies are like normally, and I'm like, I always feel like, where are the babies like me? Anyway, so getting back to what I'm talking about, my roommate, and anyway, so hopefully the EMDR will help with issues like that I have with my roommate. But anyway, my issue with that is, I used to be like my roommate, and maybe that's the only reason why I put up with all this craziness, because she has borderline personality disorder. Not that everybody who has it acts like that, but sometimes people who have it act like that at certain times before they get the proper treatment. And I'm reminded of my past. So I'm reminded of, like, yeah, I went through all that. Plus, I did drugs, like I was a drug addict, and I messed myself up. And luckily, I was able to fix my heart problems, and I was able to fix my liver problems, and everything got fixed because I was honest with my doctors, and whatever she's doing, I'm not even sure what. She's honest. She seems honest with her doctors. But my issue is, like, I watch things like the law of attraction. I'm like, why do I keep attracting this? And I met like someone at my complex, and she just started getting all sick, and she was well, and the COVID thing and different things, and not having money for medication. And one day she told me that she wanted to kill herself, and then she's like, LOL. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, and that's the second time in 2 weeks somebody said, either they tried to off themselves or they wanted to kill themselves. And like, I have it with my roommate, who doesn't really talk to me about it. She just disappears, which is fine because I don't want to deal with it, and that's her point. So I'm constantly anxious, and whenever I hear a noise, I'm running to the window. Is that the cops? Like, even though I'm like, that makes no sense, it wouldn't be the cops, but I keep having these obsessions. And I told my therapist this sounds like PTSD, but they already told me that my PTSD is not anymore. Like, I got help with it, and I have panic disorder instead, and who knows, all these semantics and all these things. But you know what? it's weird because so maybe there is a reason why I'm living with my roommate, because I was her and I have to deal with my past, and I have a tough time doing that. Um, so it could be, but a lot of the times she's not here. She works 12-hour shifts, 3 days a week, and she goes to the doctors all the time. And like, I'm here, I got these two beautiful kitty cats in some of the videos. Like, I have a charmed life. Like, most of the time, like, I take good care of myself, but the last 2 days I've been feeling really run down, and I thought I was like sick or something, getting sick, but I think it's just like I just feel really run down from stress, and I need to vent sometimes, because oftentimes, like, I'll just focus on being funny all the time, and like, yeah, that's great and everything, but I have to like let it out a little bit. Anyways. Bye.